Okay, here is a map skill for rotation, so no discharge and no relic, just to help you learn this rotation. In real fight, of course, we'll be using the discharge and relics. There isn't many combination, but in this rotation, we'll use Saki's skill. You will see why. Yeah, I know some of you may think, you don't use the Saki at all. Well, I'm here to prove you are wrong. This team is most beautiful gameplay so far I could experience in Tower of Fantasy. Big note here, this team won't be the best damage right now. Why? We still need to wait for Titan gears, which I already mentioned in one of my videos. So in general, you won't, and you'll be even forced to use the Saki. That's why the team will not have the best damage right now, since we need the gears for both stats, is a Frost and Volt, Lin skill and Fenrir. Just doing that rotation, yeah, it's simple and I think it's the best, but not in real combat. And come on, this is a Rainbow team. Not using Saki is just a sin. My opinion, best damage is when you can play your rotation and have a clean fight. Using Lin or Fenrir only most of the time won't work. Enemy can easily interrupt your attacks. We need some iframes and Saki, that's why she's made for this team. About the map, we read from the column 1 from the top to the bottom, then we jump into another one, and when we'll be finishing the third or fourth, because depends how you end up the third column, or 4 it will be Saki Lin or Lin Saki, we back to the 1 or 2 and then we keep the cycle. To work for this rotation, you need only A1 Lin, A1 Fenrir and A1 Saki. More stars can give you some nice benefits, but most important, Lin activate the Frost Resonance, Saki A1 give cooldown skin reset, and Fenrir A1 full use skill can give you 3 stacks, which we need for rotation, and thanks to it we can do skill boom boom boom. Before we start, this is not damage test, and rotation in combat will be never consistent, unless Cactus. Don't take me wrong, when I started learning Fenrir, I spent many hours on the Cactus, but then moved to the real combat. It's good to mention, learning and adapt enemy is important too for rotation, so don't give up if you learn any rotation and won't work straight away on an enemy. I chose always fresh run, 0 charge points, no stack on A1 Saki, same boss, same matrix, and wanted to see what rotation is the best, how sweet in real fight. I'll give you my full opinion in the end. If my attacks was disturbed by the boss, I cancel the run and repeat. This will be the boss from the bygone, level 400. He's not the fast, but he have a shield, he move. It have plenty attack that can cancel your attacks, so will stop your rotation. This is my favorite team, no question. I spend the most hours in this team. I would recommend to anyone. Definitely to the Frost main who have a Saki and Lin. Now you need only Fenrir and you're ready to go. Alright, we'll be back after run and explain step by step. If we back to rotation skill map, we did 1, 2, 3, 4, then 2. Even if you fail rotation, it's easy to come back. Best here combination here is 1, 2, 4 and then lock in loop 2, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4 until you defeat the boss. Because in this combination we have a 2 Saki in 1 switch weapon and 6 Fenrir, double skill, in the 1 switch weapon. Saki make fight smooth and clean, more fun. With some practice you can be most of the time invisible, give more iframes which you need during the real combat. We always open with the lane. Of course, drop Omnius shield must be level 5. When we finish with the Fenrir, we'll end up with the 4 stacks. By the way, I will explain how to reset CD in the showcase video and how she works if somebody needs some help with her kit. And now it's beautiful part for Saki. We can double skill, look how she pumped the charge. At the same time we have a reset CD, 2 full charges, so we jump into column number 2, lane discharge and rebuff. And now when we end up with this, we have a 2 stacks, and you know what this means? We can 2 cycle Fenrir now. We'll be dropping a discharge too on the way, and then double skill Fenrir. So in one switch we can do this double skill. Skill is so good that enemy is slow and easy to predict what is his move. That's what I like using all characters in the rainbow comp. It's like that's the real joy in my opinion. Now we have a 3 stack, so we are still between column number 3 or 4, and here is unfortunate. Enemy use skill that is 100% will interrupt your attacks. So we need to dodge, perfect timing, then it's fine, you don't need to do that much. Or you can use iframes, and in this example, like I said, we use the Saki A5 feature, so she can get the free phantoms on command. But in this situation, if you have a charge, you can use the lean for the iframes, then moonlight. Whatever you do, we can come back on the track, extra damage from the discharge. If you Fantasia is just a bonus, most important, just keep skill rotation. Here we jump it from the 3 to 4, which I'm supposed to do double lean if you want to back to 1, but this again showing that even if you lose or you'll be even forced to cancel your rotation, since every fight is different, and in many situations using discharge for iframes or even Saki, that's why she is here as well, in most fights is a must. This is bonus and this is not the test damage. It's really hard to keep exactly the same fight, but I did my best, and this is the average times clearing the boss using the same stars with a full A6 full team on everyone. The boss very often interrupt my skills or just attack. I tried my best and I only count full clean fights. Of course other run could be better or just skill issue. My feedback here is to give how the team was a performance. Rainbow team was the best to get clean fight. Tianlang team always give the best numbers on every team, but was very hard to get clean fights. Even his skill or discharge could be even interrupt, could be the skill issue as well. Claudia, I didn't like rotation at all. Claudia and Lynn both are the pure support, and even Claudia's skill or discharge have no iframes. I think for the best numbers, having DPS support like a Tianlang or Saki or even Nemesis, it's always to get, and even this show example that always give the better times. And more iframes in team, easier was to get clean fights, which that take you to the best damage. If you cannot play the Rainbow team, I would recommend Lin Nemesis Fenrir, and that team give you a lot of survivability. More rotation for the team in next video.